I first met Nicole on Lynn Cancer Institute back in 2006. She was a assistant project engineer, and I was the superintendent on that project at the time.
Right away, Bob and I hit it off. Bob was always a very good teacher, listener, mentor, and I wanted to make sure that I not only learned the office side of the business. I was hired as a project engineer, so I was used to doing submittals and RFIs and staying in the office quite a bit. Bob would drag me out quite often to the field to say, let's take a look at what you learned in the office real time. Do you understand how this works? Bob was a really good listener. He and the other project team members will tell you that I pretty much wore them out with questions. I'm still a very inquisitive person, and he would always explain it from start to finish. Bob came up as an electrician in the field, so he knows a lot about how to really put the work in place and how things should happen in the field.
It's reminding me a lot of myself when I was younger with my father as far as asking a million questions, and I'm used to it, and I'd rather have her ask me questions instead of going off in the wrong direction and wasting time and her time and everybody else's. So it worked out really great, and it is a great experience to have somebody like Nicole where she's willing to learn, wanting to take direction, and she runs with it. And we learned a lot together actually off of each other.
Bob and I were then tasked to go to Belgrade Hospital. Belgrade Hospital was a job that was about 50% complete when we got there. And we were tasked to kind of come in and help the team collaborate more. And it was interesting because Bob and I played different roles there. He was a superintendent there, and I was a project engineer by that time. Sometimes I'll say, hey, I'm thinking this, but let me run it by you first before I go out in the field because, he's right here in the office. After that project, Bob and I both went to Cool Springs Medical and sort of did the same thing. And it worked, I would say, more as equals.
We're in the same trailer. We're always just an office away to asking questions and bouncing things off each other. We still do that today throughout our careers.
Because we had such a strong foundation with Lynn Cancer and then Belgrade and then Coral Springs, Bob and I and our families really became quite close. Not only the Skanska events, Christmas parties, all the events. Bob knows my children, I know his and his wife and things, so we would get together as much as we could. Currently we're at the Miami Science Museum, and this project is sort of interesting because we took it over from another contractor. So we had to build our team rather quickly. I think the mentor-mentee relationship was really valuable because I got to know a lot about Bob. What are his strengths, what are his weaknesses, although he has very few, and what could he do here to really help this team. And I think that's just sort of a domino effect of having that relationship over the years as you really get to know, the person and what they can do for the company.
And it's great for me to see Nicole progress from assistant PE through senior PM in such a short time. I'm actually proud to see what she is, what she has accomplished in her short time, and where she's going to go from now. We've always stayed in contact. It's only going to get stronger, even when we're not on the same teams. We help develop other younger staff coming up in the business.
I came to Skanska straight out of school, and I think the benefit of Bob and the mentorship relationship was that I had a place to go. We're a really big company, and sometimes that can feel a little overwhelming at first or a little bit lost. So for a new person with Skanska, if they have that one go-to person, if hey, so I wanted to talk about my HR benefits, who can I call? That's a big thing.
I know Nicole did it for a reason. There's a reason she put me in the desk I'm at right now. You have to be willing to give the information that you've gained over the last 20, 30 years and share it with the younger staff, because we have to build the company from the younger staff up.